Someone looks at your work and says, "It's brilliant." What do you say back? If you said thank you, then across much of the world you just made a mistake. Not a small one either. In several cultures, accepting that compliment could read as arrogance. The humble move, the respectful move, is to argue to push it back. Today we go to 4 countries: the United States, China, Japan, and Iran. 4 answers to one tiny moment. And the most beautiful answer is the one outsiders misread the most. One thing first, I have built a life in 3 countries: California, Australia, the Philippines. None of the 4 we are about to discuss. So I am not the insider here. I'm leaning on linguists, on anthropologists, on people who live inside these systems. So this is a tool you point at your own life, not my verdict on anyone else. Here's what almost nobody notices. Every compliment sets a small trap. A researcher named Anita Pomerantz described it decades ago. When someone praises you, 2 good instincts fire at once. The first instinct is to agree with them. They were kind. You want to be warmed back. The second instinct is to avoid praising yourself because bragging feels ugly almost everywhere. Here's the problem. You cannot fully do both. Accept it and you agree, but you also praise yourself. Deny it and you stay modest, but you contradict a kind person. Every culture on earth feels this tension. What changes place to place is which instinct wins. Start with where I was born. In the United States, the taught answer is simple. You say, thank you. Accepting is normal. Confidence reads as health, not arrogance. Deny too hard and people think you are fishing for more or that you cannot take a kind word. But here's the honest part. Americans are messier than the rule. Researchers who recorded real conversations found that Americans accept a compliment outright only about 1/3 of the time. The rest of the time, they deflect too. This old thing, it was on sale, or you should have seen the first draft. So even the acceptance culture keeps one foot in modesty. The difference is that in America, taking the compliment is allowed. Now, hold that word, allowed. Let's go to China. There is a value with deep roots here. Zhuangzi, modesty, humility. For a long time, the graceful answer to praise was not to take it. It was to wave it away. Classic line is in 2 words. Nali, nali. It literally means where, as in where. Where is this wonderful thing you speak of? I don't see it. You are praised and you answer by pretending to search for the thing being praised and coming up empty. Other moves do the same work. Guojiang lei, you have overpraised me. Or you hand the credit somewhere else. The hairdresser did it, or my team helped me out. Take the praise too fast, especially in formal rooms, and you could come across as pleased with yourself. Now, this is changing. Younger people in big cities will often just say, "Xie, thank you," or "thank you" plus a small modest line. Nali nali itself now sounds a little old to some ears, a textbook answer more than a street one, but the instinct underneath it is still alive. All right, let's head over to Japan, and that instinct gets its own name. Kenson, humility as a social skill. The expected reply to praise is often a denial. Lai, sonokoto nai desu. No, that is not true. Or my favorite, mada desu. Still have a long way to go. So notice what that one does. It does not just deny the compliment, it points at a future self who's still not good enough. There's another beautiful move, okagesama de. It is thanks to you, or thanks to the people around me. You take the praise you were handed and you set it down in front of everybody else. Researchers who studied this in the 1980s found the same pattern again and again. Americans tended to accept, Japanese speakers tended to deny. Same kind word, but opposite reflex. And yes, younger Japanese people in their 20s and 30s will increasingly just say arigato, especially at work. The system bends, but it has not broken. Now, let's head over to Iran, because this is where the whole thing opens up. In Persian, there is a system called taarof. It's hard to translate because it's not one rule. It's a grammar of politeness running underneath ordinary life. And here's the core idea. You lower yourself and you lift the other person up. One anthropologist described taarof as fighting for the lower hand. So think about that. In much of the world, we compete to look good. In taarof, at least on the surface, you compete to place the other person above you. So a compliment is not a fact you accept. It opens a small ceremony. You praise my home, I tell you my home is not worthy of you. You praise the meal, I tell you it's nothing. Please eat more. You have eaten nothing. And the words could go high. You might call someone the crown upon your head. Someone might call themselves the dirt beneath your feet. Sounds a bit extreme written down or said out loud like this, but in the room, it's warmth. It's respect performed out loud. This concept runs everywhere. Who walks through the door first? You first. No, you first. Who pays the bill? There's a famous kind of restaurant argument where two people fight loudly and sincerely over the honor of paying, or a taxi driver may wave away your money and say it's not worthy of you. And here's the trap for the visitor. Take that at face value, smile, put your wallet away, and you just misread the entire system. The refusal was not an answer, it was a move. You were supposed to insist, usually about 3 times. Then the real exchange begins. Like everywhere else, younger Iranians often find heavy taarof tiring. Among close friends, someone might say taarof nakon. Drop the taarof. Let's just be direct. But as a system, it's one of the most sophisticated forms of politeness human beings have ever built. So look at what we have. 4 countries, 1 small moment, a kind word handed to you. In one, you take it. In the others, to different degrees, you give it back. And here's the thing I keep thinking about. I tend to think a compliment is about information. Is the thing good or not? It almost never was. A compliment is a move in a relationship, and accepting it reads as arrogance in some systems for a simple reason. In those systems, the polite thing was never to confirm you are good. It was to show that you hold the other person higher than yourself. Take the praise and you grab the higher seat. Refuse it, and you handed them that seat instead. Now, turn it around on yourself. Whatever culture raised you, your answer to a compliment feels like just being normal. It doesn't feel like a system. It feels like manners, like being a decent person. That's the real power of every cultural rule. It hides as common sense. The American hears nali nali and thinks, why will they not just take the compliment? The visitor in Tehran puts the wallet away and thinks, what a generous driver. Both of them are reading the words. Neither of them is reading the system. This is the work this channel's about. Not memorizing what to say in 4 countries. That's a phrasebook. The work is learning to see the system under the words. To assume there is one, even when your own feels like plain reality. Because the moment you can see your own rule as one option among many, something opens up. You stop correcting other people for running different software, and you start asking what their software is for. Here's a small experiment. Next time someone compliments you, notice the instant before you answer. Notice the little fork, agree or stay modest. You'll feel your whole culture sitting right there inside 2 seconds. If this was useful, subscribe and stick around. Every week we do this, we find the system under the surface. Thank you for watching, and yes, you are completely allowed to just say, you're welcome. My name is John. This is Crossbuilt.